Well, hell, sunshine, we got a pretty good treat for us again today, I think. We're going to do some muffler testing on this G366, which is Stihl MS361 clone. This is old Ruth. I think we still got the stock Farmer Tech cylinder on it. But we're going to do some muffler testing. Some viewers, friends of the channel, friends of mine, whatever you want to call it, sent in a couple mufflers, their versions of a muffler mod, and that was awesome. I kind of opened that up. We'll do that some more. We do some other stuff. We want to do piston mods, and people want to send stuff in. We'll test it. Kind of testing the waters on this, on the muffler mod thing. I think it's neat. I think it's neat for both of us. I don't have to do 5 or 6 different muffler mods. A couple other guys can do them, and then they can know. They get the benefit of getting their stuff run on the dyno, and I get the benefit of learning and seeing which one might be best for this application or that application. A daggum sure ain't trying to put this off as competition. No competition involved, just multiple people sending me stuff, and we'll try it, and we can all learn from it. So, oh, it's just awesome. And we got, let's see what we got here. Now, 2 of these are mine. This one is a stock as it come from the factory. Still got the baffle in it. Just stock muffler, just like you'd get it. And we've already got a run on that. Now, I took a muffler because I needed a little bit of a muffler mod on something, but not too much. And makes mine look shameful compared to the work they've done. But what I did is I just ground this off, pulled it apart, took the baffle out, and there's an outlet hole back here on the inside, and you can't see it well. It's got a cover over it. It's got a cover over that. Now this is another one that's been plugged off. But I'm just showing you that to tell you there's a hole that points right into this cover, and then that comes out. And then on mine, there was a couple little shark gill type, fish gill type deals on there, and I just pried them open with a screwdriver. And I'm talking nasty, ain't nothing you're kind of proud of work, especially when you see these other gentlemen's work. Yeah, it makes mine kind of embarrassing. But that did do what I needed to do, and there was a horsepower gain on that. And we will probably put, I don't remember if I kept this in here separate, so we'll run that muffler mod. Now, old CrazyFeller, he sent me a muffler. He sent me 2. And you talk about these guys doing fine work. And I've messed up the paint on CrazyFellers. That's a whole nother story. I was actually running it on another saw on old Haas there, and we shucked the ring, and I had to spray all the guts out of that to make sure there was nothing inside of it. Ruined the paint job, repainted it best I could. Not as good as he done, but tolerable. Now, the one he sent me has an outlet pipe right here in the corner. Beautiful work. Where that hole was at in the back, looks like a bolt head on this side. Nothing on the inside. He's ground it all off, but he welded that hole shut. I don't know what he did with his vents, if he didn't have them, or if that pipe took out where the vents, those shark fins were. But it's got a single outlet to it, and that outlet is 1 inch. Now that outlet goes in pretty deep. He wanted to try one of each. Let's see if I can get that. I get it to where I can see, and then hopefully get it to where you can see. Okay. Hopefully you can see that pipe goes in there quite a ways, and I'll try to get a measurement on that for you. Tell you how deep that pipe's going in there. The best I can tell, it's about 2¼ inches in there. So there's quite a bit of pipe sticking on the inside, and she's almost flush on this bottom corner here, so give somebody a seizure there. Got about 2 1/4 inches of pipe in that one, right? And that muffler worked pretty good. Like I say, I've run some of these mufflers on another saw I was working on, and well, they'd already done the muffler mod, so guys, I'm sorry, but I stole your mufflers and used them on that other saw for a minute to test them out. Now, the other pipe he sent me, this is also from CrazyFeller. And guys, tell, if you don't care, get down there in the comments. Even if you don't comment much, I'd appreciate you telling CrazyFeller and Matt House that you appreciate, I don't know, show them a little love down there, because I sure appreciate it. Now, the other pipe he sent me is twice pipes, Stihl exhaust, and I hadn't measured any of these yet. I assume it's about a 1 inch. It looks like the same pipe, about a 1 inch. Yeah. Yeah, 1 inch pipe. And those go in there a little bit, but not near as far as that other one. And it's hard to get an exact deal on that because I can't see it. But those look like 1.5 inches long. And you can see where they're at on the outside there. Hopefully I'll get a good angle on that. You can see how this one here stuck straight inside, so there's really no bulge back in here. These here, he moved them out a little bit so they'd scoop that air better, is what I'm assuming. And yeah, so that's a CrazyFeller pipe, and that's a CrazyFeller pipe. And Matt House sent us a pipe. He's on the YouTube. You'll see CrazyFeller in the comments a lot. You'll see Matt down there too. Like I say, tell him thanks. Matt has his own channel. He scares the crap out of me. I don't like heights. He's always up there in the trees doing stuff. My daggum, if I was up there, my knees would be shaking, be clacking together, sound like a fruit jar full of marbles shaking them. Oh man. But anyhow, I digress. Both awesome people. Now Matt's muffler, just every time I look at it, there's something else he done. He just on this back corner where that hole was at, he actually took and lopped that off and fit a triangle piece of metal in there and blocked that plumb off. That's just beautiful work. His pipe it's not very deep. It's not really past the inside of that muffler, especially on this angled side. What you see is about what you got. That's how much pipe there is. And that pipe is 867. What's 8625? That's 7/8 ID. Is that about right? Yeah, I guess I could tell you metric guys what we're doing. Oh, you metric guys here what we're doing too. That is about 21.5 millimeter on the Matt House pipe. On CrazyFellers, we're at about 2.535, 2.54, 1 inch. Now back to Matt's pipe, and I didn't even notice this at first. I seen the exhaust, and then I looked at it, and I thought, what the heck is that? He's cut out this face. Let me bring you a stock one up here to look at. Yeah, this stock one here doesn't have the shark fins either. Okay, my aftermarket stock one, aftermarket stock, you know what I'm saying, they're all junk. I don't buy nothing Stihl, can't afford it. For the messing around that I do, just tearing stuff up, especially mufflers. But anyway, you can see where a factory one's at, and then he's took and cut that out and fitted a piece on the inside of that and made another outlet that, well, you can see it. So he's got about 7/8 of an inch there, and that's, we'll say, and this just guessing because it's rounded on the ends, that's 12 millimeter, we'll call it a 1/2 inch there, and probably, yeah, there's almost another 1/2 square inch of volume to get out there. So without further ado, I might let you hear each one of them, I guess. I'll put them on, but it's going to take me just a little bit to get through this. So I'm going to have it's going to take me a while to make the video, guys, but I'll try to put some clips in there of every time I put one on. I don't like pulling a muffler off when they're hot, and I'll have to take it off the dyno, go, change mufflers. I'm not crying, boo-hoo, and poor pitiful me, and I'm just telling you it's going to take me a little while to do it. I'll put on a muffler, I'll test it, I'll let it cool down so I don't pull threads out of my cylinder. I'll change out another muffler. I'll try to remember to start the camera and let you guys hear each one of them. And I probably won't show you all the runs on the dyno. I'll get kind of monotonous. And you probably can't tell the difference in that little room anyhow. It sounds like screaming with your head in a bucket. So we'll figure something out. Hang around though and we'll get you some dyno results for sure. Okay, we've got CrazyFeller single pipe, and it's buried pretty deep. That's the one we're testing right now. While I'm mentioning it, I'll tune all these on the dyno. I'll try to get them as close as I can. Like I say though, it's not a competition, but I'll give them all the best I can fair. Yeah, second off, while we're keeping track of stuff that goes bad on this Houseworksaws, yeah, that nut that screws down holds your top cover down. Yeah, it twisted off about day number 2. Guys, forgive the audio a little bit. I'm not running my mic because I want you guys to be able to hear this better. We'll get her on dyno. I'll show you the first run on this one here. CrazyFeller single pipe. Now guys, bear in mind there were no rules on this, and I'll show you, let you listen to CrazyFeller's twice pipes here. There were no rules to it, but I let the guys know that, hey, this is a stock cylinder and the exhaust port hasn't been gasket matched or anything, so really no sense in making the hole bigger on the muffler. So that's what they sent me. Yeah, and before I forget it, I think I mentioned Mountain House earlier. I think his channel's Houseworksaws. I'll try to tag him in there somewhere. He got pretty neat stuff. Man, I don't even belong in the same sentence as these two guys. I'll tell you that right now. But anyhow, let's listen to CrazyFeller's twice pipes. So, there we go. Let me get Matt's muffler put on. Well, I'll alternate you there. Let me get Matt's muffler put on there and we'll try it. Gotta let it cool down a minute now. We'll get it on dyno. Houseworksaws. that'd be a good time to mention that. That one sounds fat, doesn't it? Been dyno tuning them each on the dyno now. CrazyFeller's first one ran just a little bit leaner. I had to fatten up his second pipe with the twice pipes. I had to give it just probably a blade width on the screwdriver to get it to about 13,000 with 1.5 foot-pounds of torque. That's where I'm setting them at. That's about where they are. And if they want to run a little couple hundred RPMs higher, I do. I'm not just necessarily bringing it to that. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to give them a perfect, each one of them a fair shot, and their RPM range may change, and I'm trying not to make it do to tune. This one sounded a little bit fat. We'll get her on dyno. And by saying it's sounding fat, that doesn't mean I'm not going to lean it out. What it means is kind of like the old iron horse pipe. When you get them right, they'll run fat, right? I'm thinking he's on to something here. Don't know what it is. I'll have to pick his brain. And I'm speculating ahead of time. But it seems like he's getting a little bit shoved back into the cylinder off this muffler the way he's got it. Because it's fattening up. It's gonna need leaned out a little bit to run right. Well, we got all our dyno testing done, and it appears there is a very clear winner. That's me. No, not my muffler. My mufflers were the worst. The winner is me, because I got to mess with these two guys' real nice mufflers. And they all outperformed mine. Wouldn't expect anything different. I'm a hack. Let's switch cameras here and get you guys, we'll see what them results are. We're going to start off with my junk first. Kind of like you got to eat your vegetables before you have your ice cream. So you got to see what I've done for see what the good stuff these other fellers have done. We got our stock run down here. That was 4.42 horsepower, 2.91 foot-pounds of torque. Now that little cheap, quick, dirty, in a hurry muffler mod that I did so that I could do cylinder testing, and that video will be coming up. I did this before, and I rerun the muffler today. We made it up to 4.85 horsepower with that, which is 0.43 horsepower gain, and made it up to 3.24 foot-pounds, which is 0.33 foot-pounds torque. So we got pretty good gain for just no more than I did. But let's see what Matt Houseworksaws and CrazyFeller did. Now it's starting to get a little crowded here. Not as crowded as this is going to be in a minute, but we're starting to get pretty crowded. The CrazyFeller, the single outlet pipe, it made 4.98 horsepower, 3.38 foot-pounds of torque. Did real well, didn't it? Now, his twice pipe, that was 5.35 horsepower and 3.58 foot-pounds of torque. So it picked up 0.2 of a foot-pound of torque and 0.37 horsepower over his single pipe. My Houseworksaws, it was 5.08 horsepower, so it edged out. It fell in between this single pipe and the double pipe. 3.35 foot-pounds of torque, just right in there, well within the margin of error. All those pipes ran good. All those pipes sounded good. They was all a joy to run. Let's see where this was busy enough. Let's put all 5 of them on the screen. The red line, that was stock. The green line, I don't know how it's going to show up. That's my junk. That's the next, them's the 2 lowest, and that was a kind of a funky run. And then the yellow line is CrazyFeller's single pipe. The blue line up here is Matt's, and then the black line, that's CrazyFeller's twice pipe, dual exhaust. So from stock, let's see, where's my stock one? Okay, 4.42 to the dual exhaust, 5.35. That's 0.93 horsepower. No. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So from stock to CrazyFeller's dual exhaust is, I think, 0.993 horsepower. To a single, well, you guys got me doing math here, 0.56 horsepower. Houseworksaws 0.66 horsepower. Pretty daggum good gains across the board. Even my junk did okay. 5.85, 4.4. That's 0.43 horsepower. So they all did very well, didn't they? Well, that was pretty neat, wasn't it? Little bit of difference there. They all performed well. Even mine was not terrible. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, so appreciate you guys that sent those in. I got another guy wanting to send me a pipe, a small pipe. I think we'll do something like that. He wants to test. And yeah, so if you guys have anything else you'd like, maybe we can coordinate it where a couple different people can send in different mods. Matt House is already, man, what a guy. He actually sent me another piston and cylinder to put on that I can play with too. So we may do that one of these days. Well, there ain't no may to it. When we get to it, we'll get that done. Guys, appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, do that YouTube stuff down there. It helps my little old channel out. Appreciate you guys getting down there in the comments and bantering back and forth with me. I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody that helped make this one here. Even the suggestions from way back when made this one come through. Just come back and visit me sometime. Appreciate it, guys.